Alright, well welcome back everybody. This is Malik and we're gonna continue this HackThisSite.org challenge back through the basic missions, and we're on basic mission number 4. So we're right down here. So we've gone through 1, 2, and 3, and the two things that you should be fairly comfortable with now: HTML coding and directory transversal. Well, something new is going to come up on this one. Now, as we start going through 4 and down, there can be multiple ways to solve the mission. There's more than one way to solve them. I'm going to just show you the way I did it. Again, there could be hundreds of other ways out there. Some people probably know some ways that are easier than the way that I did it. But this is how I got through it. What makes sense to me. Now, let's take a look at the requirements first. HTML knowledge. So again, we're back to having to understand HTML, and an email address. Now, it's not just any email address. It's the email address you used when you set up your HackThisSite.org profile. So if you don't remember what it was, or you put in one that you don't want to use, you can always go up and click on settings and you can change the email. That's the one you need to use for this challenge, or you won't be able to get through it. Alright, so let's see what they say here. A little bit of information on it. Alright, so Sam got rid of that password.php file. He hard-coded it into some script. However, the password itself is long and complex, and Sam's often forgetful, so he actually wrote a script that would email his password to him in case he forgot. So it says here's the script, and there's a little button there that says send the password to Sam. Okay, so let's think about this for a couple of minutes. There's a button here that when Sam clicks on it, it is going to send him the password to get into the site. So, what do you think that we need to change? Again, where is this script going to be written? So we're back to regular HTML knowledge. This is not as complex as it sounds to begin with. The trick here that I'll kind of share out, and then you can pause the video, is we need to modify something to send us the password instead of sending it to Sam. And again, this is where we get into multiple things. I use Firefox for one main reason: Firebug. Firebug allows me to not only view the source like you can everywhere else, but will also allow me to inspect elements on a page, which you can do in IE and all now anyway, but Firebug could do it far before IE could. But it would allow me to inspect elements to jump to portions that I want to get to. And it also allows me to change stuff. Now, I can't change things permanently, but I can change them temporarily. So, in my case, I got through this fairly quickly because I was used to Firebug. I would suggest using that. Again, there's other things you can do to do it, but take a look at Firebug and remember your HTML. Look at your HTML and figure out what you need to change, and it will send you an email. So you have to check your email account. You'll get the password. So pause the video, do a little bit of research on, you can download Firebug, take a look at the HTML code, find out what you need to change. It's going to be very simple. Don't overthink it. Find out what you need to change it, and click the submit button and see if it works. Remember to check your email and check your junk folder. It does have a tendency of going inside your junk folder. Alright, so pause the video, play around with it, and then we'll come back and I'll show you me doing it. Okay, dramatic pause for those of you who didn't pause the video. So here we go. How do we get into this thing? Well, I don't even launch Firebug, I let it launch itself. I want to see the code behind this button. So if I right click it, instead of just viewing the source, the whole page source, I can go right down to inspect element. What that will do is it will jump me to the part of the page, and I could have inspected it with Firebug, but I just did the regular inspector. It jumped me to the element that I clicked on. So that's what I clicked on, and there it is. It says input value, send password to Sam, type submit. But look at what's above it. Input name equals quote to quote value equals sam@hackthisSite.org. Well, what if we were to double click on that and change it to our email address? So now I'm not going to put in my real one. I'm just going to put malik@me.com. I'm going to click away from it. And I am going to click the submit button. Okay, let's see if it held it. Sometimes it doesn't hold it. And a lot of times if you've already done it, oops. Oh, I didn't mean to click the submit button. I meant to click the one that said send a password to Sam. Sorry, clicked the wrong one. So let me go back. That's the one I meant to click. Let me inspect the element. I didn't modify the submit button. So there we go. Let me reset this again. And I'll put malik@me.com. Click away. Send the password to Sam. There you go. Password reminder successfully sent to. Now it will tell you if this is not the email address on your HackThisSite profile, no email will be sent. Now of course you got to have the email. Check your email and come back here and just hit your little back button until you're back here again. Now I'm not going to check my email, of course, because that wasn't my real email, but just to show you that it worked, I took a snippet of my email account, and there's the password right there. Now it was in my junk folder, but I got the password. Now since of course it's a snippet, I can't do anything with it, so let me go ahead just so you can see it go through. It is 821E. 821E 061A. And I'll submit. And we got through basic number 4. So we were able to get through that just by, again, inspecting the element was a little bit easier because it jumped right to that section. You did not have to do it that way. It's just a little bit easier to find the stuff you're looking for. Change something inside the code since it's client side, and click the button to submit it. It submits it to you instead of to Sam. Now you have the password. Alright, perfect. So let's see what we got coming up for mission number 5. Okay, we're getting in a little bit heavier here. Similar to the previous challenge, but with some extra security measures. We need to know HTML. We need to know HTML knowledge, JavaScript. We have to have an email address. this JavaScript or Firefox, or an email address, and an email address. So we're getting in a little bit deeper here. So not just HTML, but we got to be dealing, and again, you see how they're pointing to Firefox? Probably means we're going to have to play with some Firebug. JS, because we're going to deal with JavaScript, a little bit of JavaScripting, and we have to deal with an email address at the same time. So we're getting heavier. Alright, so hang around. Again, give me a thumbs up if you like this stuff. Subscribe to the channel. There's going to be plenty more. In fact, I'm working on one tonight. I hope to have it up tonight. I don't know, The Walking Dead comes on tonight, but hope to have it up tonight where we're going to start doing some hacking of the DVWA, the damn virtual web app. So where we can get into things like SQL injections and cross-site scripting and cross-site request forgeries. And so again, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, let me know what's going on. If there's anything you want, let me know. Be glad to post it. But until later, have a great one.